Hey guys, I'm back with your video on the homework page. We're going to do 1, 3, and 5 together, and then you can work on 2, 4, 6, and then the next page 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's some challenging pieces, and I really need you to start looking at what parts of the circle they're giving you. So when we look at number 1, this is probably the easiest one. It's very much like the one on the note page. They do give you a little bit of extra information. And that's going to happen a lot on these, but let's really dissect what we have here. The first thing we see, we've got our circle, and we do have something going right through the middle. So we actually have a diameter. Okay, no problem, but that wasn't the focus of the notes. Remember, we talked about a chord that is not a diameter. So the chord that's not a diameter is actually this one, this endpoint all the way across to this endpoint. So that's the chord that we're talking about. This chord actually hits this chunk right here at a right angle. It's perpendicular. It shows that little right angle box there. Now guys, yes, this is a radius. You have got to be able to imagine that this would be extended all the way to the circle in a radius line. That's that line right there. Okay? It's just chopped off. So radius perpendicular to a chord because we got the box. So if that's the case, automatically we know that x is 6. How do we know that? Because when a radius is perpendicular to a chord that is not a diameter, it bisects it. It cuts it in half. So if this half is 6, this half is 6. Did we need the 7.1? Nope, didn't even need that. Don't need it at all. All we needed was the radius piece and the fact that it's a chord here. Okay, so extra information, you got to be able to filter through that and avoid getting confused. Let's try number 3. All right, again, let's take a look at what type of extra information do we have here. So we've got a diameter all the way down there, which is kind of interesting because it is extra information, but we need to use it. So we know that the whole diameter is 31.8. So let's just kind of keep that in your mind. We got this diameter is 31.8. Just store that for a minute. All right, now here's our radius, right? That's our radius. It's telling us that it's perpendicular to this chord. Remember the chord that is not the diameter. That chord right there. Okay, so it's perpendicular. So that means it's being bisected. That means 14.3 down here matches 14.3 up here, but that's not where they want us to find the value. Our x is there. So we need to really see how we can use this information. All right, so we know that's 14.3. We know that's 14.3. We also know that this is a section of the radius and it's just 7. This is a right triangle. So we have 7 and we have 14.3 and we have a hypotenuse on this right triangle, which is also what measure? Well, interestingly enough, this is also a radius because it's from the center to the outside edge. So if the diameter is 31.8, guys, what is the radius? Cut it in half. The radius will be 15.9. So now let's filter through all the extra information. I have a radius that's 15.9. So radius, every radius measures the same. So this radius from here to here is 15.9, but it's also 7 plus x. So in order to find x, subtract 7 from both sides, and x is 8.9. I know that's challenging. You've got to filter through the extra information and apply some of the pieces that you do know. Get that vocabulary Quizlet going too. You have to know the difference between a radius, a diameter, a chord, tangents, not on this lesson, but you have to have that information. All right, number 5. So now we've got this whole thing again, diameter 25.2. So if the diameter is 25.2, how do we find the radius? Cut it in half. So 25.2 divided by 2 is 12.6. So that's the radius. So that's anything from the center to the edge is 12.6. Center to edge, 12.6. Center to edge, 12.6. So if we focus on where the X is in a section of a radius. So the radius is 12.6, but it's partnered with the 4.5 and the X. So if I know the whole thing is 12.6 and I know part of it's 4.5, I can subtract 4.5 from both sides and I can get that X is 8.1. Okay? All right, so hopefully that helps for the rest of them. I want you to try, give a whirl, but like I said, I will do another video to walk you through the rest of these, and I'll post it tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon, because I want to give you a chance to do this. So watch for more videos, watch for more posts, and ask me questions, send me notes, and good luck. I'll talk to you soon.